Welcome to Wout of the World, and in this episode I'll take you to the beating heart of Southeast Asia, one of the most beautiful and unique cities in the entire world, because this is Singapore. Previously, we visited the southernmost island of Thailand. In Paradise Koh Lipe, we did not only find Nemo, but also some of the best beaches on Earth. We hopped over to Langkawi, Malaysia for an amazing $5 water park. Now it's time to catch a plane in Malaysia to start a new adventure. We fly over to Johor Bahru, the most southern city on the Malay Peninsula. Oh, we're finally here, and we had such a journey today. This morning we were still in Koh Lipe, then we had the ferry first to Langkawi, then we had the airplane, and we're now in Johor Bahru. Hey? We have a nice hotel, and I don't know what we're gonna do next in Malaysia, but I love it.
Yeah.
Woo! This city was once the Johor Rio Kingdom, together with Singapore. It is now the fastest growing city in Malaysia and gateway to Singapore. We stay here right on the border of the two countries in Denga Bay, a surreal skyscraper beach town, where life compared to Singapore is super cheap. And I was thinking that we booked a room in Johor Bahru in Malaysia, but this actually looks like Miami. Wow! Before we're entering Singapore, I got this really nice life hack for you, because just outside of Singapore is the city of Johor Bahru on the Malaysian side, and over here you can sleep for 25 bucks. We got a beautiful apartment, and just across the water on this nice beach I can see Singapore already. Where else in the world can you get an apartment like this for only 25 bucks? Not across the border in Singapore, that's for sure. We stayed here for 2 weeks to do some work, enjoy the restaurants, and soak up the views. And we even had a fireworks show every night. Oh, and did the kids like this place too? What do you think? We had a lovely time in Johor, but it's finally time to go to Singapore. And for that we took a taxi towards JB Central. And this is where the border crossing is. It will take like 10 minutes by bus, but it can take hours to get through customs because, as you can imagine, between Johor and Singapore is a busy border crossing. So let's go. So we got on the bus, which was pretty heavy already. It's so busy in the border crossing. You pay only about 2 ringgit and then we get to the other side. Well, that wasn't all too bad. I thought it would take longer, but in 1 hour exactly we crossed the border. Through customs on one side, then the bridge, and then on the other side the Singapore border. And now we're waiting for the taxi that we ordered by the Grab app, and we're going to the hotel. The sun is shining and I can say, Singapore, we're here. In Singapore we'll be staying for 5 nights in total at a hotel called Novotel Singapore on Kitchener. It's in Little India. We have an incredible view here from the window over the city, and I think the hotel isn't too bad either. Look at the room. So I'm gonna show you the hotel first and then we'll head into the city. It's time to go into the city, and that is pretty easy in Singapore because it has a nice subway system. There are plenty of stations all across town and close to the attractions, and we'll be taking the first subway to Bayfront, and the station is right in front of the hotel. Singapore is both a city and a country in the most southern tip of the Malay Peninsula. Over here live about 6 million people, of which 75% have Chinese roots. The city and the country consist of 1 main island and 63 other smaller islands. But today we focus on the main island, and this city has some quite unique attractions for the entire world. I can promise you that.
Say something meaningful, say something I don't know. I wanna know you better. The way that you talk to me, the way that you make me feel, I don't know if you're real. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night.
Singapore is often referred to as Instant Asia, and that's because you can find a lot of different Asian cultures in such a small place. The main ingredients of this melting pot are Chinese, Indian and Arabic. So you have the quarters called Chinatown, Little India, and the Arabic quarter called Kampong Glam over here.
And
this all makes Singapore one of the best cities to walk around and gaze upon so many beautiful sights.
I'll sing until my lungs give out, you're beautiful.
The Marina Bay area is the most modern part of the city. It's home to the world-famous architecture, cultural events and the Formula One Grand Prix of Singapore. I personally think that this is one of the most incredible city skylines in the entire world.
I wanna hold you close, don't wanna take it slow. Ooh, I just want you now. I wanna put you.
The name Singapore was given to the city by a Malaysian prince because when he visited this place he thought he saw a lion and he said Singa, Lion City, Singapura. It was in fact more probable that he saw a tiger, so they should have named it Tiger City, but they didn't. It's now called Lion City, Singapura.
Oh, you know you're beautiful, you're beautiful, and it's like you're untouchable, like you're untouchable. Don't you know you're beautiful, you're beautiful.
We walked across the bridge over the river to the other side because over here we got the best view on the most famous building in Singapore, which is of course the Marina Bay Sands, the boat on top of the skyscrapers. And it's not the only attraction that we can find on this side of the Marina Bay. I'll show you. The official mascot of Singapore is the merlion. It's half fish and half lion, and the fish body represents the origin of this place as a fisherman's village. And the name of the city is of course the Lion City, Singapore, so that's why it has the head of a lion. And you can see it over there, standing by the water, very proudly.
Until my lungs give out, you're beautiful.
Guys, I'm so thirsty and this might be the best place in town to cool off for a second. I'm gonna take a sip of this. I walk back to the bridge and discover the plans for the new Marina Bay Sands Arena. Another thing that you of course cannot skip here in Singapore are the shopping malls. Because if somewhere in the world shopping is an experience, then it's here. This is the Marina Bay Sands shopping center and it's marvelous. Ever rode a Venetian gondola through a shopping center? Well, here you can. I had to shelter for the rain for some time in the mall and I'm looking for Suze, Jens and Celine because they are on their way to Gardens by the Bay, which is the botanical garden of Singapore. And the rain is kind of soothing because it's the tropics after all, and this is a beautiful place. The next attraction is one of the biggest ones in Singapore, one of the biggest in the entire world, because Gardens by the Bay, the botanical gardens in Singapore, were voted #8 best attraction in the entire world. It's totally free except for some areas, which are the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest, which we're gonna visit also, but it's also very beautiful outside. This #1 attraction of Asia was built from 2007 and opened its doors in 2012, costing around $1 billion. So the first dome that we visit is called the Cloud Forest. They have a waterfall, you can climb up these really nice canopies, you're right in the jungle, and they have mist. So every now and again, right now at 2 o'clock, they have these mist sprays taking over the space and it's very mystical. I like it. An elevator takes us up to the canopy walk around this peculiar place. It seems like we fell down the rabbit hole from Alice in Wonderland. So the second dome that we visit is called the Flower Dome, and you can find all kinds of exotic plants and flowers in here. It's really incredible. The domes turned out to be super fun for the kids too. And as we walk along the super trees back to the city, we conclude a wonderful first day around the Marina Bay area. But there is so much more. It's a lovely new day here in Singapore, and today we decided to make a little stroll around the neighborhood, which is Little India. So I'm very excited to see this culture too. Let's go! High five! Welcome to Little India, and this place is only known as Little India since the 1980s. Before that it was known as Serangoon, which is the name of one of the oldest and most famous roads in all of Singapore. Today this is where the local Indian culture can be found, and people come to eat, to pray, to socialize and to shop. And for us it's a very nice insight into the Indian culture. Little India also happens to be the place in Singapore with the best street art. If you really want to experience the Indian culture and the Hindu culture, you should visit the most famous temple right in the middle of Little India on Serangoon Road. And inside you will leave Singapore for sure and enter India.
We did some awesome trips around India, and this really took us back. The Veeramakaliamman temple is free and not a tourist place at all, but the real thing.
Wow, it's really incredible inside here.
In 1855, this temple started as a shrine dedicated to Hindu gods Kali and Parvati, and it now welcomes thousands of worshippers every day.
Tang Nia was a Chinese businessman who used to own several sweet factories, and those sweets he used to produce with sugar cane. And today his old house is still very famous, as you can see behind me with all the colors. This villa was built in 1900 and it's still the only remaining Chinese building in all of Little India. So it's very special.
So, if you are looking to add some color to your life, Little India does not disappoint.
just across the road from that colorful building we find Tekka Market, which is the most beautiful place to see the local food and the local habits inside the market dome. They have everything, like fish, meat, vegetables, everything you can imagine, and it's all Indian, of course.
If you want to experience a culture, visit the local markets. That's why it's always one of the main ingredients in our travels.
In a small alley next to Racecourt Road, which is one of the bigger avenues of Little India, we find a beautiful mural painting called A Ride Through Racecourse Road. And in the picture you see a bunch of crazy race horses dashing through market stands. It's kind of unique.
We did not see any cows roaming the streets, but apart from that, it felt like a day in New Delhi. And the outside temperature could easily be India as well.
It's been so bloody hot today in the city that I really need a swimming pool. So thank God and Novotel for this really nice swimming pool.
So how great is this? Tonight we're gonna have a feast on the 3rd floor of our hotel because there's a Cantonese restaurant which is also part of the Singapore culture, and we're gonna try a lot of different dishes. We're gonna taste Singapore tonight. With a total of 12 different dishes, tonight is a feast for the taste buds. We tried all the Cantonese dishes, and I must say, the Peking duck is the best one. It's so tender. Loving it. And so does my daughter, by the way. She seriously ate half of that duck. Hi, yes, I want to order some more Peking duck for the room. Okay, thank you.
After the modern city center and the colorful streets of Little India, today it's time to walk over to the Arabic Quarter. It's only 20 minutes from our hotel, the sun is shining, so let's go. Since the 1800s, Kampong Glam is the Muslim quarter of Singapore, and the Sultan of Johor even used to live here. Nowadays you can eat here in cozy little streets in Arabic restaurants. It's a lively neighborhood, and they still have the biggest mosque in Singapore, which is named Masjid Sultan, and it's nice and gold.
Every day it feels like we visit another country here in Singapore, and that's what makes this city so interesting for travelers.
And of course we want to check out the inside of the mosque too.
This mosque has been operating since 1929 and is a national monument of Singapore.
Just outside of the mosque you will again find one of the most beautiful mural paintings in the entire city, and this time it's all in Arabic style. Wow! The detail is incredible.
I walk around the historic Kampong Glam and discover the cozy streets of this open-air museum.
The coziest and the most colorful street you can find in Kampong Glam is Haji Lane. And there are a lot of nice bars and restaurants inside these small streets as well. discovered the Indian culture, we discovered the Arabic culture. So what's left is Chinatown. And where the other two are suburbs, we're now going straight into the city center because Chinatown is the heart of Singapore. And for that I'm taking the subway.
Which is very easy for tourists, by the way, because you can just tap your credit card.
This behind me is Phuc Tak Chi, which is one of the most beautiful old colonial buildings in Chinatown. And inside you can see an old maquette, a miniature of the boats that were used in that time and the city as it first began. It's really interesting.
Over here we go back to the origin of Singapore as a fishing village with only 1,000 people. It became a British trading post in 1819. The transformation to the metropolis of today with over 6 million people is astonishing.
And you probably didn't see this coming, but of course Chinatown is also filled with nice street art, just like the rest of the city. Incredible. Chinatown is the cradle of Singapore, with the first migrant population coming from China in the early days. Nowadays it's still a maze of Chinese restaurants and beautiful religious buildings as well. And the most beautiful thing to see is the contrast between the modern skyscrapers over there and the old Chinese houses here in front. It's really something else.
In 200 years, they may have built a concrete jungle around Chinatown, but the old town is still there if you go and look for it.
Oh, won't you come back home?
And of course, because we want to experience the differences between all the cultures in Singapore, we have to visit a Chinese temple as well. And I found one right over here.
I've been sleeping with the light on dim. The dark feels heavier without you in. And every chord I strike cries your name. You come back home again.
I crossed the An Siang Hill Park to see the skyscrapers built just around the old village.
Stars fell out, the moon turned gray. The wind keeps whispering your name my way. I've counted the hours, I folded the time, but nothing brings you back to mine.
And that's how we arrived at the most famous building of Chinatown, which is the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, all devoted to Buddha's tooth. The building behind me, it's beautiful on the outside. Let's check it out inside.
Still see your friends from time to time. They say you are doing fine. I smile and hold my breath and count to 10. Wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same.
And once again we leave Singapore for an hour to soak up the serenity of traditional China.
But I was sleeping with the light on dim. The dark feels heavier without you in. And every chord I strike cries your name. Won't you come back home again? I left the hall light on in case you come back home.
Okay, so as long as we're here anyway, I might as well show you the best piece of art in Chinatown. It's in Muhammad Ali Lane, and it's this one behind me. That's it, unfortunately, for this incredible episode in an incredible city. I loved Singapore with the different cultures and the modern attractions as well. And I hope you like Asia, because if you tune in next time, you'll join me on an adventure to the next Asian country, which will be Sri Lanka.
Be sure to tune in next time for an entirely different part of the world. We'll also visit the Maldives, so be sure to subscribe and join us. Ciao!